Travis Kelce or, of course, Jamar Chase. Will either of them reach 125 receiving yards? This bet gives you two options plus 200 odds if one of them can get there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to be a bit contrarian again, but I'll at least name a player that I like because I don't just think no one's going to score points across this entire conference championship weekend. But I just don't think the Bengals and Chiefs are going to be as high scoring as people expect. If I'm down on the quarterbacks a little bit, I can't really be that high on the pass catchers either. So Tyreek Hill is really the main reason that I don't love this. I think that he continues to be the main part of the offense ahead of Kelce. And 125 yards is just a lot for Jamar Chase. And I think he's a little bit reliant on breaking tackles, which he does do from time to time. But I think T. Higgins might even be the more reliable receiver on the team. So the one guy I like this week to hit his over for yards is George Kittle. He's in the other game. I don't really love either of these guys to get to 125.
Bukes, 125 too lofty for those two?
It's kind of odd because it's like, why are you throwing Travis Kelce in the mix? He's done this once this season. Like, yes, he's had a couple of games where he's gone over 100 yards, so it's not like it's out of his realm to do so, but this is not something that he, consistently hits. Like, he does get the yardage, like I mentioned, but over 125 is a bit odd. So now it really just brings you down to Jamar Chase. And we've all seen that Jamar Chase is obviously somebody who can do this on a basis that, is more consistent, at least, than Travis Kelce. But this is still really a lofty number. Like, getting over 100 is impressive enough. Getting over that 125, it is something too. So I'm not crazy about this one. Can Chase do it? Of course. But like adding Kelce in the mix, I don't really think you're giving giving too much more with that sense. So I'm not liking this bet at all.
Pearce, throwing it back to the last question. If Joe Burrow's going for 600-700 yards by himself, you must be a believer in Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I'm bullish on Cincinnati. I'm bullish on Kansas City. I think both of them can easily clear this number. And it's half of what Chase got in the last time he faced this man-to-man defense, as Steve mentions. 125 is a big number, but it's not necessarily a big number for Chase. We've seen him explode. If you look at Kelce, 24th in DVOA is what Cincinnati is versus tight ends. They've allowed the 5th most receptions, 6th most receiving yards to tight ends. He was quiet in the first matchup, but that was his first game back from COVID and other injuries. I would imagine that he's going to be healthy, ready to go. And if you want to play the narrative street, he's from Ohio and he played at Cincinnati. I don't know if that's going to give you any edge, but when you're chasing a huge number like this, you'll take any kind of narrative you can take.